Hey, this is Pastor Shane Miller from Tulare Community Church, and I want to bring you your moment with God. Today, let's look at Matthew chapter 1. This is how the birth of Jesus, the Messiah, came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph, but before they came together, she was found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. You know, a lot is often made of the humility of Jesus' birth, born in a manger, laying in a feeding trough. But this unfathomable humility starts from the very beginning, from conception. Joseph plans to divorce her. They're not married yet, but in those days, engagements were far more formal. Legal contracts would be drawn up, and divorce would be the only way to break those contracts. This is a scandal. It's a miracle that brings shame, a miracle that brings disgrace, a miracle that brings scandal. You know, Mary is still mocked for this to this day. How often have you heard a joke like, oh, a virgin birth, or a girl who really stuck to her story? She's still mocked. Why did God choose that way? Why Mary? Why not someone like Elizabeth, mother of John the Baptist? Elizabeth is barren, and there's a significant stigma to that in the culture. She's blemished, she's disgraced, she's ashamed, and God acts. He performs a miracle. He takes away her shame. He takes away her disgrace. Not so with Mary. God chooses the shame. God chooses the scandal. God chooses the disgrace, because that's a picture of what Jesus comes to do. It says in Corinthians, God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. Mary goes from no shame to shame. That's an illustration of the coming Messiah, because Jesus, who knew no sin, became sin. He takes away our sin, he takes away our shame, and he puts it on himself, though he did nothing to deserve it. He was innocent. But he humbles himself to take away our disgrace and to put it on himself. This has been your moment with God.